So I actually manifest this video to be seen by those people who actually ready for a change in their life. Even though maybe lately they're kind of complaining or super overwhelmed. Why on earth my life never ever change? Why everybody keeps growing, thriving, glowing up, get everything what they want, get their desires manifested, but here I am falling behind. If you feel such ways, you know what? Take it as a sign. Take this video as a sign that your life will change after this, because in this video, I will tell you why exactly your life never changed no matter how much you try to change it yourself. I'm Gal and welcome back to my channel. I think everybody have been through this, right? Experiencing this kind of time frame, like point of life where you just feel like you want to change your life. You don't even like you belong to this kind of life anymore. But no matter how much you try, it seems like nothing. It seems like you are, just going around in the same circle. And when it seems like everybody just putting a little bit more effort, they already go big. But here you are putting your ass off, working on it, working on yourself. But it seems like it doesn't change anything. And I understand it can be so frustrating because I experienced that too sometimes in my life. And I want you to know, no matter how perfect someone's pictures their life in social media or anything on the internet, it's just life with a filter. They don't show you how hard it is to change or whatever errors, trials, and mistakes they have done. Or maybe they were not even aware about it. But the good thing about you is you're aware that there's something wrong about your life and you want it to be changed. And even though like you might not see the change right now, you're looking for an answer to that. You want to be aware. Some people just choose to be ignorant about their life, to stay the same, to stuck in such situations because it's so much easier. But here I want to appreciate you that you are looking for such answers. You even challenge yourself when you see the title of this video, because some people, can be quite triggered even to see the title and to know why. What do they do wrong to make their life not change at all? But here you are ready to be challenged. So I think the first and foremost mistake, you've heard it, I think also from your parents, because it's actually an old advice. That is why it is very cliche, because it does make sense. It's a timeless advice, which is you are not being disciplined. I know you might roll your eyes right now, but the truth is the truth. Being disciplined is unbeatable, It doesn't require talents, but it can beat talents. You can be very damn gifted, but if you're not disciplined, you never put in the work, or maybe you put in the work, but you just, care about the intensity, just doing it like every other day here and there sometimes, eventually you will not get anywhere. Because talent is like accelerator. You are gifted, you're good at it, you're natural about it. It means that you will learn faster than anyone who doesn't have as much talent as you do. But when you don't work on it consistently, you don't have the discipline, you won't get anywhere. You just a wasted potentials, because talent is basically just potentials. You won't materialize anything. You're just a what ifs, a living what ifs. And I don't want you to be someone like that. Meanwhile, even though you're not gifted enough, you don't have enough talent in that certain area that you want to be good at, it only takes discipline to be great at it, and even more, the best at it. And when it talks about discipline, it takes about consistency. And people often mistaken consistency to be like 100% performing every day, every time, every second even. But that is not humanly possible. Even like AI, robots, and any advanced technology that we have right now, they're not even 100% accurate all the time. And you, as human, you should have expect the same thing. Being consistent is simply about showing up every time, every day, every second. It doesn't matter if it's like 100% of your performance or 19%, 10% or 5% or even 1%. It doesn't matter. As long as you show up, you train yourself to be consistent. And consistency doesn't need any talent. You know, one thing that I realized about myself, and I really learned it so much, I was in a point that, you know, I grew up, I know that I have like multiple talents. I'm good at arts, I'm good at sport, and I also good with academics. I'm quite gifted as a kid. And then I grow up, you know, I'm in my comfort zone because I know I'm natural in almost everything. And I don't really put in the hard work. I kind of put the hard work, but, you know, because I'm, raised like that by my parents, but I don't really have the discipline. And how I realized that, because every time I try new things, I just need to put, you know, my focus and hard work there. And I just kind of always excel it in another way. And then when I grow up, become a young adult, I was in a point of life where I faced like several challenges. I also keep challenging myself to expose myself to new things, right? Trying to things out. And I realized that I'm still the smart kid. I'm still the creative kid. I'm still that talented kid. But somehow I could not really optimize and materialize what I want in the best way possible. I know that I could have done something better. I could have, you know, gotten the better result of what I do. When I look at myself and try to see it in another way, I realize that it's not that I'm, you know, not smart enough or not talented enough or not knowledgeable enough, because I've done all those things. But one thing that I know is that I always try to do something new, and then it only lasts for 3 months tops. And it's not because I was bored or something, you know, like I'm that kind of person who always finish what I start. I'm very committed with what I choose, but I'm not so committed in following it through. And I know it's not just about me that I'm talking about. It's a lot of people out there, because I've met so many people. They're ambitious people. They're very naturally gifted. They're probably genius. But when they don't have the consistency, the discipline, they don't get what they should have gotten. It's totally different with those people who's just kind of average, mediocre, whatever you call it. But they show up every damn day, every damn time. And they don't care if it's today 100%, tomorrow 50%, the next day is just 1%. They don't care. They just show up and they understand it, what actually matters. If you guys ever read about this kind of classic book, Atomic Habit, yeah, it's a best-selling one. It's really good. It's really good. It's become a mainstream for a reason, because it talks about the compound interest of your habit for anything small that actually can accumulate to a really big impact. Even when you are becoming only 1% better every day, you become 365% better than you were last year. So it's amazing to know that. It's also support the hype about being disciplined. You might think disciplined as an advice is cliche, but it really is a key to get you anything. Because it is discipline that gets you anywhere you want, and it is not motivation. We always talk about, I'm so demotivated, I don't have the drive to do this, I feel so lazy, I don't feel like doing it. Who cares what you feel like doing or not? If you really want that result, you get the things done. It doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't care about your feelings or emotions. And then some people will call it, you know, toxic, whatever. It is not. I'm that kind of person who really into work-life balance and validating your feelings, having an emotional intelligence, but discipline is another thing. And to be fair, your mood will change every single time. Even when you don't feel like it, and then you choose to show up, you choose to do the things, get things done. Eventually, at first maybe you don't feel like it, but then you just go with the flow and ta-da! You feel like it, you get things done, and you will feel better about themselves. Again, you don't need any other like motivational videos or content or some fancy quotes to give you the drive to get better. You need to be consistent and you need to be disciplined, because discipline is what makes you get the life that you've been dreaming about. It makes your dream life your reality. It's not your motivation. You can have all the fanciest motivations that you can think about. It can be, your villain origin story whatsoever with every single plot. But if you don't have the discipline and consistency to start with, it's just another bullshit. I'm really sorry to say that, but I need to call you out. You don't need any other knowledge, talents, or anything that you can think about. You just need to be present for yourself. Being consistent is to show up for yourself, to give them what you deserve in your life. Motivation won't get you anywhere. Discipline is. Another thing that is really somehow correlating to being consistent is this trap that I call productivity perfectionism. Maybe you've been in this trap as well. Do you ever planning to wake up early in the morning and then you will do all of these things? I'm gonna have a 4 hours deep work in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I will do this. And then in the evening and at night, this is what I will do. And then somehow you don't wake up as early as you planned before. And it ruined everything. You feel like, okay, my day is ruined. It's done. I cannot be productive today. I will start tomorrow. You know what? It's just your mind tricking you. If your morning is kind of ruined because you wake up later than you planned to be, it doesn't mean that you have to ruin your whole day. You still have your afternoon to start, your evening, your nights. You have the other hours within that 24 hours. And sometimes you feel like it's already ruined once your first plan doesn't go as it is that you want. Somehow you have this urge to make it all the whole day perfect. And if it's just one single plan doesn't go as you expected, you feel like, oh, it's done. You cannot be productive that day. That's what we call productivity perfectionism. And I'm gonna throw it out to your face that it's just an excuse that you subconsciously make for yourself. Because let's be frank, I think we're all smart enough to rearrange these plans. It's whether you want it or not. Because let's say you wake up later than before. Your morning plan is ruined. You still can adjust your schedule or your plan to the hours that remained in your day. And it still can be good. It still can even better than you planned before. And how to escape this productivity perfectionism? Because I've been there too. If my Monday ruined, my whole week is ruined. If my morning is ruined, I cannot be productive all day. I will just lay on my bed. But that's totally wrong. How do you escape that? Is basically you divided your day into 4 fragments. The morning, the afternoon, the evening, and the night. Plan every single segment with all the activities that you want to do during that day. And let's say if your morning plan is ruined, just move on to your afternoon plan and, don't think too much about it. Again, when it comes to consistency, what matters is that you show up. And if you have the mindset that you have to be perfect, you will think that a day is not that productive just because you don't take all the to-do list that you have in that day. Then you are being unfair to yourself. You're not being appreciative to yourself. And then the second, you're just a lot of excuses because it's just an excuse that you make for yourself. You kind of limiting yourself. You're being too strict to yourself as if you don't have the capability to adjust on things and adapt on changes. And that's because of what? Perfectionism. Get out of that mindset of productivity perfectionism and plan your day accordingly. Make room, all of the changes, move on. You don't have to be 100% every day, and that's okay. You just need to show up. And the last thing, I love it. The last thing, I want to talk about our generation. Okay, I'm a Gen Z, but I'm talking about our generation, right? We grow up in a digital era. Everything is instant. Everything is given to our face. Everything is so fast and easy. And this is what is lacking about our generation, I think. We expect things to be just one click, to be that fast, to be that instant. And we're so overwhelmed with all of the illusion that we see in the social media. Like, you are in your 20s and you're millionaires, billionaires. I got it. Some people can do that, but they're probably an outlier. And please remember, like, how long do they start in doing that? And all the lives in social media that we see, they are all filtered life. You don't know the struggle behind it. You don't know how long the process. You don't know what variables they have to achieve that. All right? Because our generation is really used to everything that is instant and easy, we also expect that in our process. And when you want to change your life, you will think it's gonna be like a movie or the highlights of the social media content that you saw. You think it's gonna be like an overnight success. You know, all the overnight success that people has, it only overnights according to you, because you didn't know the 1,100 hours that they put in their work behind the screen. You just see them when they are already successful. Then it comes across to your timeline. I think what we can really learn from the older generation, even probably the boomer, is the way they really appreciate the process and the long-term game, you know. They really value what is called delayed gratification, in which you delay the reward that you have right now. You might not get the instant reward. You might not see instant results of your work, but they keep doing things. They keep working day in and day out, accumulating all the things, believe in compound interest, compound impact, and then they get a sustainable results of their work. But for us, these young generations, they want to be like, just like that. And that's what we need to change, you know. Nothing gets instant. You can get something instant, but it's gonna go as instant as how it comes. We need to be patient. We need to experience every single process in changing our life. Because what changed you is actually the process, not the results. The result is just the byproduct of your experiences during the process. Because the process is where your characteristic is being shaped, and your characteristic, your mindset, and your perspective, also your value, are the things that will bring you further in life. And all the success, wealth, glow up, all those things are just the byproduct of it. We need to play the long-term game. We don't play instant game, okay? If you really want to change your life, you gotta play the long-term game. You cannot expect only like uploading several videos and then boom, you're a celebrity. Some people are that lucky, okay? But maybe behind that, they are already doing things about making contents, you know? We never know. But let's talking about the average, the normal one, not the outlier. Alright? And that's what the reality is. You gotta play the long-term game. I really love this quote. If you want anything to be forever, you have to take it slow. It's really everything. Wealth, relationship, career, anything. If you get it in an instant, then it will go as fast as how it comes. In a relationship, you can just go into the dating apps, swipe this, blah, blah, blah. And then after 2 weeks tops, they will, be strangers again. Some people just have, one night. But if you really want to find the love of your life, then you're gonna take it slow. Get to know them. Get to know their values, get to know their message, get to know their qualities, get to know how they deal with their life, get to know their standards. Are they in this, same vision as you? Are they a good partner? And all that you're looking for. Then you will have a firm foundation and you will have a longer and sustainable, happier relationship. Same as wealth and career. or anything. You probably can win a lottery. You will be rich overnight. But because you don't have the right mindset, you are not financially literate, then that money will go anyway. Because you don't have the right mind to manage it. You don't even know what to do with the money. So if you want to change your life, you need to play the long-term game. You have to be patient, you have to be consistent, and you have to get out of the perfectionism mindset that you have. Because it's related to each other, really. So that's it. You don't need any other motivations or any other words or hearing me bubbling. Just get up now and do the actions. Be consistent. Just show up. You don't have to be perfect all the time. And put yourself in the long-term game. All right. Thank you, guys. See you. Love you. Mwah.